the best, Paddy. See you, chaps.
Yeah, I'll be seeing you, son. Not this time. I'm away back.
Ha! Be lucky.
Well, Mr. Stiles, up.
Your old ma was always talking about you, Mr. Stiles. Thought the world of you, she did.
Yeah.
Sorry she passed away before you could get home. You'll find everything just as she left it. Will you be staying long then before you go off again?
Yeah, long enough. Long enough.
Really knocked him into shape.
I think he learnt most of those moves at the discount. He's a walking his arse, sir, just waiting to happen. Look at the way he drops his guard.
He's drawing the other fella out, shows he's competent.
Come on. Yeah, fella. Come on, son. You all right?
Yeah.
Luther! Come here. Do you want to fight Saturday?
Of course I do.
You want to win?
I'm going to tear him apart.
The way you're shaping up, my son, your destiny lies in the stars, because that's all you're going to see by the time Malloy's lads finish with you.
Jack's right, you know. Look, you've got to keep your guard up, you know. Draw him out, wait for your opening, and... You're not listening to me, are you?
What do you know about it?
Jack, sometimes the parables fail me. With your permission, do you mind if I show him?
Be my guest.
So, what do you want about it? What's going on?
Come on.
I don't want to hurt you or nothing.
Luther, you couldn't hurt a girl guide. Come on. What's the matter about it? God, dear, oh dear. You all right, lad? See, that's what I meant.
Don't you see, Bishop? All our work could so easily be jeopardized by just one man.
He's stubborn, but he's a good man. I still believe that he will return to the fold.
Well, we agreed to give him one last chance because you were so eloquent on his behalf. Frank Kane is a renegade. He's even renounced the address of father.
Well, Francis will never revoke his vows.
Then we must persuade him that, all things considered, it would be best for him and us. Send in Father O'Connor. Father O'Connor has been asked to look into Father Kane's current activities and compile a dossier for our assessment.
You mean you're going to spy on him? I mean, I appreciate your concern, but a secret investigation? It's hardly ethical.
If Father Kane has nothing to hide, there'll be no case to answer. And no one will be any the wiser.
Yeah, she looks good, don't she?
Yeah.
It's Maggie, Frank. You remember?
What, your little sister, that scruffy urchin who used to follow us around everywhere when we were kids?
That's the one. Maggie. This is Father Kane.
Frank, just Frank now.
My old sparring partner, you remember?
Frank.
Maggie, how nice to meet you again after all this time.
He's been doing a spot of scouting for me. You know, local lads that show promise.
As fighters?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought a priest would encourage young kids to beat each other up.
Oh, well, it's not exactly like that. You see, I reckon better off the streets than in the ring, you know.
And that makes it okay. We off then?
Don't take it personal, Frank. Maggie runs a hostel for battered wives. When you see what she has to deal with, it adds up to the same thing. See ya.
Yeah. See ya.
Come on, baby, make up your mind. I'll take you to your paradise, where we can sit and dream. But that's just between you and me. It don't matter if nothing ain't right. Still take you to your paradise, where we can sit and dream. But that's just between you and me.
Loose Freddy was shy of a score. Said he had to take his old man down to Margate for the year.
What's he trying to do? Give her bronchitis? Nah, leave it. Freddy's too wise to try them.
And Jimmy Lee was down 3 weeks running.
Oh, I think it's about time we made a personal appearance. Give him a little reminder about the value of our service.
There's a phone call for you in the office, John. So, what kind of personal services is it?
You know, sound advice, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I take it involves a substantial down payment and regular instalments.
Oh, come on, Frank. All caring organisations need financial contributions, just like the church, right?
Yeah, but they don't go around terrifying the flock.
Oh, no? That's what I thought all that heaven and hell light was about. Look, we're both working for the good of the community. Just happens we're both coming from opposite directions, that's all.
Yeah?
Joe, it's Miles. Miles Macy.
Ah, Jesus. So they were crazy enough to let you out at last. Where are you calling from? I'm down at the Sallyan on Whitechapel Road, just to tide me over for the night. Look, Joe, there's something I've got to talk to you about.
Ah, Miles, don't tell me they caught you with those light fingers of yours in the till already.
No, I'm straight as an arrow this time.
Would you meet me tomorrow? I'll be at St. John's at 10 o'clock.
Yeah. 10 o'clock it is then.
Come on, baby, and make up your mind. I'll take you to your paradise, where we can sit and dream. But that's just between you and me.
Danny, you ever thought how things might have been? You know, I mean, if you'd taken a different road?
All those birthdays and Christmas in prison. That little tent of blue that prisoners called a skull.
Yeah.
That's Oscar Wilde, you know.
So, Miles, what's all this about?
Does the name Albert Styles mean anything to you at all? Can't say that it does. I shared a cell with him, and a miserable bastard he was too. He was doing a 20, 10 for a bank job, and another 10 for assaulting a screw inside. Now, rumour has it that the business was on Mar Kane's turf, and Styles tried to set her up. The man wasn't exactly born with wisdom, was he? She turned the tables, made sure he went down. He's out, John Joe, together with me yesterday morning. And you think he might be aiming to settle old scores? He had this pinned to the wall of our cell. He used to just lie there and stare at it. Every night before he dozed off, and every morning when he woke up. Now that's not natural, John Joe. I nicked it off him the morning we left. I know. I'll go on, take it. Keep you in Murphy's for the week.
Harry, here's 150 quid for the old folks' Christmas club, eh?
Frank, what can I say? 1.5. We're nearly at the target.
Where do they keep coming from? I've never even heard of Albert Styles.
Sounds like he's flipped out.
Mad as a cut snake, and according to Macy, he's coming after you.
It doesn't matter how mad you are, John Joe. When you've been inside for a long time, you never want to go back in again.
Is it worth taking the risk?
Send the word and have him checked out.
If I was to worry about every insect that crawled out the woodwork, I'd have to buy up Rent-A-Kill. Now we've got a business to run. Let's just forget it. Oh, you're looking pleased with yourself.
Yeah. It's amazing what a successful flutter can do for a bloke, isn't it? Heavenly Choir, home by a head at 15 to 1.
Well, that man in the big house certainly looks after you, Frank.
Looks after all of us, Danny. Oh, Danny, could you just have a look outside, see if there's anyone hanging about?
John Joe. Is there something you want to tell me, Frank?
No, it's probably nothing. It's just that No, it's nothing.
Nobody there, boss.
Can I help you, sir?
Open the till, put the money in the bag fast. Fast? Well, this place will end up looking like a butcher's shop.
Look, come on. Here it is. That's all I've got, honest to God.
Right. Here, give me a 2-ounce tin of snout.
What?
Tobacco. 2-ounce tin. Come on, what's the matter?
We only do 50 grams in packets.
Give me it!
The way I see it, boss, if I'd spent 20 years inside on account of somebody else turning me in, I wouldn't come out singing Old Lang Syne and looking to make the peace.
You can't make peace with the dead, John Joe. What Mark Kane did 20 years ago was her business. It's history.
But maybe I wouldn't see it that way. Maybe I want to take out my revenge on the living, you know, the heir to the throne. I mean, what would I have to lose?
Well, there's one simple answer to that, John Joe.
And what's that?
Everything.
Footwork, Luther, not the bloody foxtrot. I'll take you to my old granddad's dancing school if you want to impress the ladies. Go on, that's it. Now, follow it through. Go on, that's good. Good, very good. Take a break, and then go and work on the bag. Well, Frank, what do you think?
I think there could be some upsets on Saturday night.
You might just be right. Hello? Maggie, how's it going? Oh, no, not again. Yeah, okay. trouble at the hostel.
Can I come?
Yeah, sure.
It's Janet's husband. He must have got in through a window.
You don't mind me asking, Maggie, why don't you let the police deal with it?
There's a court order out on him. If they catch him here this time, he'll go down, and Janet doesn't want that. Even if he did beat her up.
Well, where is he now?
I've locked him in the kitchen.
Let's have a look, Frank. I'm going to have to rush him.
Hang on. Can I try a bit of T&D, tact and diplomacy? Hey. What's his name, Maggie?
Billy. And be careful. He's really out of his tree this time.
I'm here if you need me, Frank.
Hello, Billy.
What do you want? You with them?
No, I'm just a friend. I thought, maybe we could talk.
What do you want to talk to me for? No one else gives a toss.
Well, I felt it might help. Does sometimes,
I want to see my wife!
Billy, listen.
She's my bleeding wife, isn't she? They're keeping her away from me. Why won't they let me see her?
She's in good hands here, Billy.
Where's that leave me? I've got nothing. Nothing. They're taking everything. Now it's Janet.
You hurt her, Billy. So she had to find somewhere safe. I mean, she really had to. For her own sake. And for yours. See, sometimes we take it out on the ones we love simply because, well, they just happen to be the nearest.
Everything just... I can't even remember doing it. It's like, I get so wound up.
It's all right.
I just wanted to say I was sorry. I wanted her to come back home.
Yeah, I know. Come on, Ed. Let's see if we can get you cleaned up, eh? Get something sorted out. Come on, Billy. You're okay now, buddy. Everything's fine. Come on, lad.
He was about 50. Greyish hair. About 5'10". Scared me half to death.
You recognize him again?
Of course. He's gonna give me nightmares for a month. You're gonna catch him. Please get my cash back.
Don't know about the cash, but we don't have many 50-year-olds robbing tills. Why don't you come down the station tomorrow and have a look at some mug shots? See if we can get an ID.
All right.
So, I take it what happened this morning was a fairly regular event.
It happens 2 or 3 times a month. I can deal with it usually, but they can turn ugly if they get inside. I was really impressed with the way you talked him down.
Yeah, well, I've had plenty of practice, and, I've found in my experience it's never wise to take on a man when he's armed with a rolling pin. So, Maggie, if ever I can be of help to you again, anyway.
I might hold you to that.
Yeah, please do. Bye, Maggie.
Bye, Frank.
And then the business with Frank yesterday.
What business?
Sure, didn't he think he was being followed?
Look, if you'd have had Frank's luck with the horses lately, you'd be looking over your shoulder every time he left the bookmakers.
I want to speak to Mr. Kane.
Who wants him?
An old friend of the family.
Carrying around a portrait of the Kane family. Talking revenge in his sleep.
Yeah, well, We never got your mate say so, haven't we? Yes, I understand. Right, listen, I'll phone around and make some inquiries, but tell her get your 20s probably growing roses on an allotment somewhere. Danny Kane? Or being truly repentant and working his last days out on Meals on Wheels. Yeah? Come on, I haven't got all day. Hello? Did he say who it was?
He said it was an old friend of the family, man.
You take this thing, George. Just...
Everybody onto this, so I want him found and brought to me in one piece. I'm going to bury him myself.
Charlie, what are you doing down there? Look, the Sally Ann's just round the corner. Come on.
Just sat down for a last nip.
You've been here all night, haven't you? This'll be the death of you, you know.
I can't feel my legs no more.
Put your arm around me. Come on now. Here you go. Put your arm under me. Okay, fine.
The bottle.
It's all right, Charlie. You had wit enough to cork it. Come on. Come on. Onward, Christian souls. Come on, Charlie. Come
Just a taster. Get the circulation going.
Not till you slept the last lot off. Come on. Christ,
what about a nightcap then, eh?
Come on. Christian soul. Come on, Charlie, old son. We're nearly there. Come on, keep going. Come on, you can. Come on.
Don't tell me his history. He's just trying to bump me off. Now I want to know where he used to live, who he used to work with, where he used to drink. Was there a girl? Did he have a family? I want to know what he had for breakfast and if he sleeps with his boots on. I don't care how much it costs or how long it takes. I just want him found. You'd think it'd be easy, wouldn't you?
He's a loner, boss. Most of his kind are dead and buried by now.
Well, he's going to be joining them soon, isn't he?
He shouldn't have been out all night, not at his age.
No, he's complaining about his legs.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't worry. I expect he'll be on his way again by this afternoon.
Yeah. Oh, this is Charlie's. Could you keep it going for later?
Well, it's against the rules, I'm afraid.
Well, perhaps you could save it for the Christmas trifle, eh? What are you doing here?
Well, you know me, Frank. Always like to take an interest in those people less fortunate than myself.
Really?
Miles Macy, the young Irishman. Yeah, well, he left here this morning.
Did he say where to?
Back home, I believe.
That'll be Dublin.
Yeah, he caught the boat train.
Thanks for your help.
Oh, that's great. Now we're really in the cold ship of a bogeyman.
Sarge, take a look at this.
We'll get it over to forensic this afternoon.
No, I don't want serious crime breathing down my neck. Let's keep this one to ourselves, eh?
Lost a contact lens?
I'm told it had your name on it.
Well, that's one less to worry about, isn't it? John Joe? Expecting someone?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm having lunch with an old friend.
Hello, Frank.
Hello, Maggie.
Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, the old one's the best, eh, Frank?
Yeah, they are. Let's see it.
Joe? Follow him.
No, there's none of these.
Is there anything else you can tell us about this man?
Distinguishing marks, mannerisms.
Well, I think he rolls his own.
Rolled what?
Cigarettes. You see, he took the money and then asked for 2 ounce tin of snout.
Snout?
Yeah. Well, I didn't even know you could get it in tins. We only have them in packets.
Just a minute. Between 45 and 50. 5'8", 5'9". Graying hair. He might have a previous of armed robbery. Yeah, probably released within the last week. Oh, good. Fax them over now, will you?
Danny, Frank's carrying a shadow. 40s dark hair, acting very coy. Can't say if he's carrying it, though. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you were a right little so-and-so. Jack was always terrified that you'd find out what we're up to and tell your ma.
I was no sneak. Just an innocent 7-year-old, curious about the mysteries of adolescence.
Yeah, so were we. I remember it used to cost us 2 bob every time we wanted to get rid of you for a couple of hours.
At least I'd stay out of sight.
We used to watch.
Through the net curtains.
That's him.
Albert Stiles. A nasty piece of work. Armed robbery, grievous, resisting. Attempted murder charge dropped because of insufficient evidence. Just done at 20 in the scrubs. Out yesterday.
Didn't waste any time, did he?
This is our...
If I were you, man, I'd be thinking, not talking.
Come in for a coffee?
No, thanks. I really must get back. But, hey, thanks for the lunch. I mean, that was really great. We must do it again.
I'd like that, Frank.
Tomorrow night is the rock and roll night at the Paradise Club, and I thought that we...
Gene Vincent?
Yeah, Chuck Berry.
Fats Domino?
Yeah, Blueberry Hill.
I'll put on my dancing shoes.
Oh, that's great. I'll pick you up about, what, 8 o'clock? Yeah, right?
I'll be ready.
Okay. Right.
Was he carrying?
No, man's clean, Danny. But he was setting it up, though.
I think there must have been a misunderstanding.
Shut up.
So it was going to be Frank, was it? The easy target. What were you going to do? Stick a knife in his back when he's walking in some dark alley? You don't care, do you? Just as long as you settle old scores, whether he's innocent or not.
Innocent? Well, I wish I could.
Now, listen to me. What went down with you and Mark Kane is finished. It's dead and buried.
Listen, I don't know anything about any Mark Kane. If you just let me... She's my baby. My baby.
If I catch you within 50 miles of my brother or any of my family, you're going to end up as a chalk mark on the pavement, you understand?
Danny, what is going on? What's he doing here?
The man's been on your tail, Frank.
Yeah, I know.
Father Francis, if you kindly ask these thugs to release me.
This is Father Dominic O'Connor. He works for the church establishment. I recognised him yesterday. I just didn't want to say anything.
Oh, what's happening here?
Well, I suppose they're worried about the tabloid press, you know, renegade priest in league with London gangland boss. Come on, Father. Look, Father Dominic, I'm really sorry about this, but my kid brother gets a bit carried away at times.
It's obvious, Father, that your way of life is totally unacceptable. You'll be summoned to appear before a disciplinary committee in due course.
Bye, Father.
Sorry, Frank.
Oh, that's all right, Danny. Nothing they didn't know about already.
I think you ought to know. There's been some trouble.
Danny, we can't keep on living with the sword of Damocles hanging over our head. We've got to live like ordinary people.
It's not as easy as that, Frank.
No one says it is, Danny.
Stiles used to work for Harry Platt. Runs the billiard hall in Peter Street. Come on. Platt's straight, but he used to be a real hustler. Your ordinary punter could lose his wife fronts. Stiles was a heavy man. Made sure they delivered.
Much more of this, John. Joe and Booper's going to be paying out for a week's stay in a cardiac arrest unit. I don't want to even hear his eyeballs click. Oh, so you haven't lost your touch, Mr. Platt? They tell me on your day you were a match for any pro.
I told you wrong, son. I was better than all of them.
I'm looking for Albert Stiles.
I haven't heard that name in,
20 years.
That means he must be out.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
And you must be?
I'm Danny Kane. Where can I find him?
I can't help you there, son.
That's not what I want to hear.
Look, you cross Albert Stiles, and you can be sure, sooner or later, he'll come looking for you. You just sit tight, son.
Listen, scumbag. Stiles was your man. Now he's turned this thing into a blood feud. If he goes after any more of my clan, I'll be going after you like he was your own brother.
There was a girl, Loretta Fisher. They shacked up together just before he went down.
Where can I find her?
Last I heard, she was working in a club down the West End. Greek Street.
Have a nice day.
Perhaps you'd like to share the joke with us?
Oh, no disrespect. Father O'Connor here takes a very good photograph, but he's no gumshoe.
I'm sorry, I don't follow.
Well, it's a case of every picture tells a story, isn't it?
And in your case, there's considerable detail. Gambling, drunken behaviour, and philandering.
Yes, that's one way of looking at it.
Francis, are you saying that the photographs are misleading?
Not only misleading, Your Grace, but in the context of this meeting, they're slanderous and defamatory.
Ah. Perhaps you'd like to explain.
Yes, right. Heavenly Choir romps home at 15 to 1. So that's 150 quid donated to the Old Folks Christmas Club. Here we have Charlie McGee, gentleman of the road, gets a helping hand to the Salvation Army where he's sure of a bed and a hot meal. Maggie Deverell. Yes, she is more than a friend. She's a comrade in arms. She runs a hostel for battered wives. Sanctuary and sympathy where angels and the church fear to tread. And I like to think I can help out. Remember what the good book says. He that diggeth a pit shall fall into it. I'll hang on to these for safekeeping. Wouldn't want them to fall into the wrong hands. I mean, think of the headlines. Now, gentlemen, if you don't mind, I have a dance hall to run and a community to look after.
Danny, I've got an address. She says he lives with his mother.
I've read the file, Danny. I know all about the business between Styles and Mark Kane. You better let us deal with this one. I mean it.
You best get to him first, then. Just to make sure. John Jack?
Like it?
Maggie. You look a real picture.
Let's rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yep, no trouble. Took him out in a second with a right-left-right combination. He was seeing the Milky Way.
So what's this then? You walk into a tree?
That's nothing.
Caught on the run. He took a standing count. Knocked some bloody sense into you, though, didn't it?
But I didn't, Frank. Just like you both said I would. I moved in, made him play it close.
And there it was, an opening as wide as the Blackwall Tunnel.
Well done, mate.
And God bless you.
Don't mind me butting in, but Frank and I have some unfinished business to attend to.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Hey.
How did you,
Ask no questions.
Sarge, don't you think the DO should know about this?
I'm the DO tonight.
And we should be talking to serious crimes.
Anyone who does a thieving on my turf answers to me.
You know what I'm talking about, the Danny Kane business.
What business is that, Johnson?
Just follow and you will plainly see that as life travels on and things do go wrong.
Boss, I think you should listen to this.
1, 2, and 3.
Thank you very much, thank you. Okay, I'll play with the green, run outside, come to the end of the evening, and see all up on the dance floor. We'll leave with this one.
Up the hop.
Well, I was cleaning up the dance hall that morning he came looking for your ma. Albert Stiles.
Stiles? Stiles came to the Paradise Club.
And if it wasn't for your Francis, she'd have been pushing up daisies long before she did. He hears the door go downstairs, found Stiles coming up the back with a shooter. That was him single-handed. Next thing you know, he's in the Black Maria.
John Joe, it's not me he's after, it's Wayne.
Do you mind looking up tonight, Joe?
Why did you folks take the weight off your feet and let me drive you home?
Thanks. But Frank and I would both like some fresh air. Good night, Joe.
Be seeing you, Maggie. John Joe.
Frank is walking his lady friend home.
That's just great.
What's coffee? Is something wrong?
Maggie, it's been a wonderful evening,
But this is just one step too far.
yeah, too far and maybe too late. I thought for a time it might work out, but there are some things I can never have.
I know, Frank. You don't have to explain.
Maggie.
Goodbye, Frank.
God bless you, Maggie.
Pick him up.
Nah. I need him to draw Stiles out.
Danny, he's a sitting duck.
Well, if it's not tonight, it's going to be tomorrow or the day after. It's the only way. I've got to take the risk.
Go, John Joe, go, 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 go!
I'll do the roof.
Danny Kane! Stay away from him! Do you hear me? Leave this one to us!
Jesus, John Joe! You were almost a dead man.
Yes. Another time, another place.
Sounds round, Styles.
Danny, remember, I got to him first.
Sometimes us ordinary mortals don't know how lucky we are.